what is feeding the mycelium.
Hello and welcome back to our channel where we bring you stories from the farm to your TV. Today we are in Wangige learning about mushrooms, and it's not any other mushroom but oyster mushroom, where we have white, gray and brown mushrooms. So we are joined by one of the mushroom experts who will guide us from zero to the market. Welcome back to our show.
Thank you.
Please start by introducing yourself and telling us where we are.
Thank you. My name is Julian Oidera, and we trade by the name Shambanogo. We are mushroom farmers, and welcome to our farm.
Yes.
This is our oyster mushroom farm.
What is this?
Cotton husk. It's not what he said once.
You
For
import it from
factories are
TZ?
cotton, imported
So
from
we
TZ.
don't have enough here.
No, we don't grow enough.
So what is it for?
This one is a substrate. This is the soil for mushroom. So what is feeding the mycelium.
So it's different from the other one.
Yeah. So these are primary decomposers. So how do we decompose? We are not using manure here. It processing a bit easier, beginner friendly. It can be done in a very small space of land. Come up. This is our pasteurization or sterilization chamber, the whole of this. So what we are doing is we want to introduce people living in urban areas to this kind of farming. So we moved away from firewood and now use the gas cylinder. So this one we work with the Juakali people. So what they do, you're supposed to sterilize this thing for about 4 to 6 hours. That is a lot of firewood, a lot of time, a lot of labor. So what we did, we went to the Juakali people, inspired by a friend called Shalimba. We worked with them. As you can see, this is the normal drum, the Juakali. So what these Juakali people are fabricating with fiber and this aluminium foil, then it gets to be covered with this. And then if you check here, it is going to work more of a pressure cooker, other than just a normal drum. When you use a normal drum, it's going to lose a lot of heat. We are trying to conserve energy here.
You have to have it insulated.
Yes, we are insulating to reduce on the time. So we are moving from the 4 to 6 hours to 2.5 hours. This is a pressure cooker, is going to steam very fast. So we are saving on energy, time, labor, and everything. And the process is very, it's a bit sure, because once we set the flame, the level of the flame, unlike firewood, you have to come in and you might have stepped out. This one is going to give you consistent heat. So this is our substrate bag, what we call the grow kit, or what we call the grow bag. So we have to sterilize it.
If I can't afford to do this process,
Yeah.
do you sell it?
Yes, we sell the ready grow bags. Most of the farmers or even the households, people will buy this and just place it in the kitchen normally and grow their mushrooms there. They harvest and eat fresh.
How much do you sell it for?
This one, the ready bag, will sell it at 400 shillings.
So how long will it take me when I buy it from you for me to go to the market?
Okay. For a fully colonized bag, you're going to harvest within the first week.
The first week?
Yes, within the first week, you've already harvested.
So how many times will I harvest from this bag?
This one is going to give you 3 to 4 flashes. And when I say that, it's going to fruit for about 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Yes.
So how much is a kg of oyster mushroom?
Currently in Kenya, we are selling a kg at 400 bob on the lowest, and 800 bob on the retail price.
So if I buy it from you today, after 1 week, I'll be in the market.
Yeah, you'll be in the market. And in 8 weeks, you're going to have harvested up to 2 kilos. This is called the inoculation stage. What we are doing is that tunapanda mushroom, we are bringing in the seed or the spawn into the substrate. So the technique here is to avoid touching the substrate, because we've come from the sterilization chamber. So if I start touching it, I am already contaminating it. And then the other thing, I have to do it very fast, because we already have the mold, other fungi in the air. So this is the first step. This is a methylated spirit, where you have to sanitize your hands. You are trying to kill any bacteria, any contamination that might be there. and you have to be very generous with it. Probably go as high as your whole arm, yeah. And then now I'm going to come in with the seed. Now we sterilize closed so that we don't contaminate. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open one side, work on it fast enough, and then move to the next side. This is our mushroom spawn. So you've seen others in bottles, we also have others in the bags. This is the mushroom spawn. So I just need maybe a tablespoon or two, but for us we want to be generous with the seed because we make our own seed and we want the colonization to be faster so that we don't lose a lot of grow kits. So I'm going to be a bit generous, and for the colonization, it will always start from where the seed is, the white part, the mycelium is, yeah? Yes. So most people will just put the seed on top here, or what you used to do, but now we are trying to push it without touching, so that wherever you see the grain, that is where the colonization is going to start. So once I do that, it means that I don't have any chance. If the mycelium is moving from any side, it will overpower the green mold and other competitors.
So now, I can see the bag is fully sealed. How will the mushroom germinate?
Okay, we are going into incubation after this stage. So what we do here at Shamandogo, we are innovators. So you can see this ring here is just custom made from our farm. Ile inafunganga bale ya mtumba. That's what we cut and make it into ring. So I am trying to give this fungi a room to breathe, because if I close it, it will suffocate. The seed will die before colonization. So I'll use the ring, of course, to hold, and a newspaper. Now my bag will be breathing from the newspaper. Nothing can come in directly, but it will breathe now through the newspaper.
So use the newspaper.
Yes, it's a filter. If for more advanced farm, they'll use grow bags with the filter patches. But for us, we just innovate. Yes. Innovate, and that is it. So you do the same to the other side, and this is what you get finally. And you can see we've labeled them. We have different types of oyster mushroom. This is the white from the stone. So after this stage, we are going into incubation. It will sit for about 14 to 28 days, and then we get into the fruiting.
What are these bottles used for?
These bottles, first of all, we are trying to reduce on the cost of production. Yes. So I will buy these bottles from anyone, recyclers, and then I'm going to use it for the spawn propagation or making the oyster mushroom spawn. Why I use this is because with glass, it's not hard for contamination. The chances of contamination are less. And then the other thing is I can get to use this bottle more than once. On the other side, we have the spawn that we have in the mushroom spawn bag, which is relatively very expensive, because once I cut that paper, I'm going to throw it away. But I use 10 shillings to buy this, and I can use it maybe at least 3 times before it gets broken or anything.
Where do you get your seeds from?
We propagate our own seed or our own spawn. So for mushrooms, you have to make your own seed. So we are going to get very high quality tissue culture to begin with, and then we are going to inoculate in the grain. Most of the time, we use the millet or sorghum, or sometimes we have carried an experiment of the mixture of both.
So do you teach farmers on how to propagate?
Yes, we do. This is a different training for the seed propagation, because as a farmer, this is where you save a lot on the cost of production. We also sell this seed. This is what we call a liter or a kilo, and we're going to sell it at 600 Kenya shillings.
When I get a kilo from you, what are my projection or what will be my harvest?
Okay, from a kilo of this seed, because you have to inoculate it in the substrate, we are going for Shamandogo, we do both sides. So if you do both sides, it's supposed to give you around 10 to 12 bags of this, of the grow bags. So from there you calculate how many grow kits you want to make, and you know how many kilos of spawn you need. Yes.
What are we doing here?
This is what we call the incubation room, and the process is called incubation. So this is the bag that you are inoculating.
Yes.
And then after it is brought to the incubation room, it will sit here for about 14 days until the mycelium colonize. By colonize, I mean the mycelium is the white color. Now it's going to take over the substrate. And then we are going to have something. This is now a ready bag. It's supposed to be this pure white all around.
So now when it's pure white, you move it to
the grow house.
the growth.
Yes, or the farm now.
So what happens if the bag is not fully colonized or it has some brown parts?
When it's infected by some competitors, number one is going to lower your production. But you can still keep the bags and harvest a bit and then you throw them out.
So it's safe to consume the mushroom that you get from the invaded colony?
Yes. What you can see here, these are the gardens, or what we call the grow kits. So oyster mushroom or most kind of mushrooms are grown indoors. That's why you're seeing us talking from a house.
Yes.
So normally the conditions for this will be low temperature, aeration, as you can see we have the windows, and again humidity, which means watering your crop.
So why did you get into oyster mushroom farming?
I got into oyster mushroom farming because number one, it's a high value crop. So, and then if you trace back to our origin, we are called shamba ndogo, meaning a very small piece of land. So I was working on getting to utilize this small piece of land to grow something that will bring me income, because I don't have such huge acreage to grow maize, beans, like the traditional ways. But so we settled for mushroom, did our research, did our trainings, and yes, we are happy to be here.
So what did you do before you became a farmer?
I was in the corporate world for so many years, but I needed some freedom and maybe to create some generational wealth, which I'm still in the journey of. And I thought the way to do this is farming.
Why mushroom farming, and how much did you start with?
Mushroom farming is because it's a high value crop. I wanted to do something that makes a lot of sense, business sense, because I am doing agribusiness. And I'm not just growing, I'm growing for money. So for this, I started with about 40,000 to set up the whole thing. But later on, I realized that it was easier to get the grow kits and then learn as I move.
Can you guide us on your daily routine?
Our daily routine at the farm, we have the people who are preparing the grow kits from scratch, and that will involve the preparation of the substrate. What you see here is what I'm calling the substrate, because we are not using the soil. So our choice at shamba ndogo is the cotton husk, which is an agricultural waste. So we will prepare the cotton husk. We will first do the cold pasteurization with the calcium carbonate, which is the agricultural lime. We package into this bag, we sterilize, then inoculate, then go to the incubation room. Once the bags are ready, they are introduced to the growing conditions.
So how long does it start from the substrate to the harvest?
It takes about 14 to 21 days for a bag to be ready. Yes. And then once you start harvesting, you'll harvest for about 6 to 8 weeks. For the crop cycle or the growth cycle is about 6 to 8 weeks.
What challenges do you face in oyster farming?
Oyster mushroom farming, let me say, it is one of the most friendly mushroom to start with, and we recommend the beginners to start with here, and then they learn as they move. Now, the challenges are equally, even the risk are high. Number one is contamination. Number two, we have challenges like it's a highly perishable crop. So you need to know when to harvesting at the right time, how to take care of the crop and everything. And of course, above that, we are infested by rats, snails, and so many other things.
So what do you enjoy most doing in the farm?
What I enjoy doing most in the farm, I would say, is to monitor the bugs in the incubation room, because I'm able to see where I went wrong, or where the process was done right. Yes. And then of course the other part is getting to the market and making the money.
So is mushroom farming profitable?
Yes, mushroom farming is very lucrative, and you can see the popularity growing here in Kenya. A lot of people are creating awareness, though we are not yet there in terms of consumption. People don't appreciate eating the mushroom, but farming is growing very popular. And for this, we are trying to create awareness because this is not just a meal. This is very good for vegetarian. It is very good for people with lifestyle diseases. Mushrooms are very medicinal. Please, you Google and see why people eat mushrooms and get to appreciate why people eat mushrooms. We look forward to a lot of people eating, consuming mushrooms here in Kenya.
What advice?
They should try mushroom farming, especially for those who are looking into starting a business. You've seen us creating more awareness and pulling people even in the urban areas, renting single houses, renting bed sitter, setting up a farm. As you can see, for oyster mushroom, you only need a very small space. This I'm having like 90 bags here. So to fill this room, I can have a lot of bags, and the business is lucrative, of course, so you can make an income out of it.
How much do I need to start a small farm?
To start a small farm, let's say you first need to do your research, and you can get a lot of information online, especially YouTube. Uh, get the knowledge, get to know what options you have to use, and then you can either choose to cultivate from scratch or even go the other route of buying the ready grow kits and then starting to grow your. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe to Shamba Ndogo. Our YouTube channel goes by the name Shamba Ndogo. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course, you can reach us on call, text, or WhatsApp through the number 0112 645 423.
Thank you very much for hosting us. Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
As you have heard, mushroom farming is not for big companies or scientists. Today, we have learned on how to grow oyster mushrooms from start to harvest. Please join us as we go to the kitchen and prepare these to taste and explain to you what we have been doing for the last 2 weeks. Please remember to like, share,